Okay guys, so I'm just off to the fabric shop now. I want to make some new shorts. I've got loads of pairs of denim shorts and I don't want any more. I want some light fabric, nothing with too much of a crazy pattern. So yeah, let's just see what I can find. Okay, so while I was in the fabric shop the other day, I actually got really drawn to all the ginghams, which I know is what all the girls wear for their like summer dresses at the minute. But yeah, I just thought, you know what, it's really summery and it's quite easy to pair with stuff. I know it is a pattern, but yeah. So I actually settled on this lilac one. I'm loving lilac at the minute. Looks a bit darker on screen maybe, but yeah, it's quite light and bright. So yeah, so hopefully I'm gonna make my shorts. I'm not using a pattern. I've got these shorts here which I love. I like the high-waistedness on this, and I also have these like super baggy, but they are a little bit, well, yeah, they're fine, but I'm gonna not make it exactly the same, but I'm gonna use these as a guide for my pattern. Hopefully I'm gonna actually have enough fabric to make it into a skort, because they're like definitely becoming a big trend. So I think I'm gonna have enough, so I hope so, as long as I don't go wrong. So I'm gonna show you how I work off my freestyle plans, because I know for some people you'd be like, oh my god, how could you just make it up? But I just have like a rough idea in my head, do some rough measurements, and if I draw it, then at least I've got my thoughts on the paper, and I just sort of go with that flow. Okay, so this is just my like rough sketch when I don't have a pattern, so I draw the actual vision in my head what it is. So it's like shorts with potentially skort pockets, and then I've just been like measuring from other shorts, like this bit down here, this bit. So I've been using that as a guide, and also some trousers that I love. I've been using them, like, so basically all the pants that I wear seem to be like 30 centimeters across, so that was good to just get a few different options of clothes that I wear. I'm like, okay, well, that's what I'm gonna go with. So I've written, 32 along the bottom because we need seam allowance. And so yeah, I've just kind of freestyled. So that's literally how I work when I make them up. So I know that might look pretty crazy and it might not work. I mean, I'll be honest, guys, I don't know. This is a total freestyle, so we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that clearly, but these red lines I've like marked on in chalk, just super roughly. I just use my measuring tape, measure what I've marked out on this bit. So this is going to be my back panel. I've folded the fabric over. I'm going to cut this now, and then I'll draw my front panel. I'll cut the waistband out, and then I'll see what I've got left for if I can make the skort and pockets. Okay. So now I have two back panels. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm just gonna use these panels as a guide. I'm not even marking it on, just because I like freestyled this. The side seam, I freestyled a bit of a curve on it so it would fit a bit like nicer. Just wanted to make sure that they were the same. So that's why I didn't just want to, sort of freestyle. I didn't just want to freestyle that curve because I have no actual measurements as to how I got to that. So yes, I'm going to go slightly bigger here. I've actually changed my plan already. I think I'm going to use these for the front because they're just looking a bit small. So for my back ones, I'm just going to like add a bit of size for my new back ones. Okay, so now I'm just going to pin these sides together and roughly hold it up on my body, like basically kind of just try it on a little bit to see if it's actually gonna fit. So at this phase, I've just pinned them together and I can see that they're gonna fit. Like they're long enough, my legs fit, my waist is gonna be fine once it's elasticated. So yeah, so I can go ahead now and make the rest of the shots. Hey, so it's taken me a few days to get to this point. Having 3 kids kind of slows things down. But I've just come back to it now, so I'm just going to show you what I'm up to before I start actually sewing. Okay, so firstly, I was just measuring out to see if I'm actually going to have enough fabric to make the skort bit. I'm just going to do it over the front. I'm definitely not going to have enough for the back. So who knows what's going to happen with once the seams get put in and whatever. I'm basically a lazy girl sewer, so I'm a bit slapdash, and we are freestyling here, remember. So I know that is going to pretty much cover that, so that's fine. I'm only going to do the back because I really wanted my pocket, so I had this, which is enough. And how I plan my pockets, I get my phone, but I'm filming on my phone, so I can't show you right now. But I'll get my phone and I will sit it. Sorry, I'm not very good at doing this. So I would like set my phone on here and then fold it over, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's gonna fit my phone in, because that's like the biggest thing that you put in your pocket. So now I'm gonna work on pinning this to the side of my shorts. I'm gonna have it on the right side. And then yeah, so I am gonna pin it all together before I start sewing. I'm not that slapdash. Okay. Okay, so I've decided I'm just gonna start doing some actual sewing. I'm gonna leave the left side seam because hopefully the front skort bit's gonna go into there, but I'm gonna do all these other bits in the pocket because there's just getting way too many pins. So so that's what I'm gonna start doing now. Okay, so I've just been sewing my waistband. Now I'm gonna put a safety pin in here in my elastic and thread it through. Okay, so now I've fed all my elastic through. I'm really happy with it. It's like gonna be a really like really thick thing, like boxer shorty vibe. I really like it. Now I'm gonna sew my elastic together. Something, a little top tip, instead of like folding them together like that and you're gonna have a bunchy bit, you just lay one on top of the other and then it's going to be super smooth. You just sew along there. Good little top tip to know. Okay, so now I'm going to attach my completed waistband onto my half completed shorts. Okay, so I've just tried the shorts on for a rough idea of what's going on. I've cut out the fabric that I'm going to use here, so it's not like fully attached yet, but it's because I'm going to need to make the skort. So that's going to be there. It's my pocket that's actually facing the wrong way, so that's there. So I'm going to sew a seam there. It's going to be open this bit's going to be open. Obviously I'm going to have a seam across the bottom, and then I'm going to stitch that into that seam. Okay, so just a quick update where I'm up to. So I've stitched the side seam of the skirt that's going to be open. I've just pinned the seams around the legs because I didn't want to sew them yet, because I wanted to see what length I was going to have to work with, like the skirt and the side seams. And then I've just pinned the side seam of the skirt together. So I'm going to sew that in. I'm just going to baste stitch the top ones together, and then I'll sew that in when I put the actual waistband on. So my next step is sew this side seam, and then I'm going to have a look at the bottom seams, hems, and see what length I'm going to do them and get them sewed. And then finally I'll put the waistband on. And I'm actually doing okay for time. I don't want to jinx myself, but I've got an hour and a half before the school run. Okay, ready for the reveal? Here we go. Ta-da! Okay, so I haven't pressed it, so let's just like ignore the fact that it needs pressing. But I'm really happy with it. I've got my pocket. It actually like works really well. I haven't actually tried to put my phone in it yet, but yeah, so this just all needs ironing, but that's okay. I'm happy with the length. The only thing is, which I'm not gonna show you in this video, one of my legs is like, I mean, half a centimetre longer than the other one, and so you can't actually see from this angle, but if I was like more straighter you would be able to see it. So I'm gonna have to edit that, but I've got like 20 minutes until the school run, so I'm not gonna do that today. But yeah, so the only thing that I would do differently apart from that is I need to like gather this bit in, so it's just a bit poofy up there. But yeah, but I'm really happy. I can't believe that I've actually made my first skirt, and I didn't even use a pattern. So yeah, freestyling. So hopefully you like this video. Please like and subscribe. I don't know what I'm gonna make next, but I might not freestyle. I'm gonna follow a pattern next time because yeah, I'm just in the mood. My brain capacity for freestyling is done. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.